Hey runners, my name is Alexandra and I'm new to the Run Experience team. Not only that, I'm actually new to running as well. So I started running just 4 months ago. And the reason I started running is because I was in a pretty bad car accident. And I decided that I was not only going to come back from all of my injuries, but I was going to come back stronger. About 3 weeks ago, I completed my first half marathon. And while I am so proud of how far I've come, my journey to a marathon isn't over yet. And I still have a lot of questions. So today, Coach Nate is going to help me, and hopefully he will help you to answer some of those beginner running questions that will help make your marathon feel a lot better.
Something I've been thinking about a lot is the difference between the tempo, the long run, and the easy run. What's the difference between all of them, and should I be doing all of them?
Training for a marathon is kind of like baking a cake. I need all of these ingredients together to get the end yummy, delicious, scrumptious product that I'm looking for. If I only did long runs, I'm not gonna get much of a cake. I'm gonna maybe have dragged myself through the end of this race, but I'm not gonna be healthy. I'm not gonna feel like I'm a better, more complete, stronger runner with better form. And we want all of those things to be true. So each type of run that you do, whether it's endurance, whether it's technique, whether it is speed or strength, they all serve a crucial role in terms of making that marathon cake that we're all going after. And if this sounds a little complicated, we have an incredible marathon program in the app. All you need to do is download the app, press plan that marathon program, and you will get a complete program to follow.
So what is the value of hills?
Oh, hills are awesome. Well, they might not be awesome in the moment, but they are so great for running. Number one, it's a safe way to introduce speed, which is crucial for new beginner runners, because by going uphill, it takes some of that impact away from the faster run. Plus, it also gives us all these positive benefits of enforcing the push off, giving us a little bit more strength and force production, which leads to not only faster running later in your training cycle, but just better overall stronger running all the way around. So yes to those hills.
One thing that's really hard for me is running slow. So how valuable is running slow?
The biggest enemy to improvement is doing all of your runs at the same speed, that medium comfortable gear, because after a while you don't get any faster and you just beat yourself up and burn yourself out. So going slow is crucial for developing our aerobic system, for minimizing impact on our body so we can do those longer runs safely, and also allow us to recover so that when we do have our speed and our hill sessions, we can hit those with the gusto that they deserve. So go easier on the easier days so I can go faster on the faster days. And this variation is going to make me the better runner that I'm looking for. Now, if you're feeling a little bit lazy on some of your easier runs, well, number one, wake your body up with a better dynamic warm-up before you get out the door. And every 5 minutes, add a run drill in there. That's just gonna reset the system, get you moving and back into good mechanics without getting sloppy.
It's almost inevitable that as a runner, I'm going to get sore. So how do I learn how to listen to my body, move a workout, skip it altogether? And how do I know the difference between getting injured and pain that's okay to move through?
Oh man, I could probably speak for hours on this subject. It is near and dear to my heart. Number one, marathon training is simply too long for nothing to go wrong. So expect that you might have to skip a day and that you being successful is not tied to you following your program 100%, because if you're following the program 100%, you're doing it at the expense of your body. The second important thing is to listen into what your body's saying, because these injuries don't come out of nowhere. Unless you get hit by a taxi cab, they usually build up over time, a combination of a lot of miles and mechanics that start to get a little shaky and break down. So you are going to commit to foam rolling 10 minutes a day, preferably 2 body parts. And you could just hit your calves and your hamstrings, you could do your quads and your shins, you could do your feet and your glutes, you could get into your low back. But if I do this regularly, I establish a really good baseline of what's normal and what is starting to feel a little bit tighter and become a problem. Now, on the off chance that you do get hurt, things get a little trickier in terms of the strength and the stability and the specific mobility exercise you should do. So that's why we created the Injured Runner program in the app, because we give you specific advice by body part, strength and stretching and mobility to get you back to running quickly without losing fitness.
Something else that I hear a lot about is strength training. So how much strength training do I need to do? And is it true that it's actually not that much if you stay consistent with it?
Look, you need to run a lot of miles to be good at the marathon and to finish that distance, but you need to have a strong body that can handle all the miles and all that training. So if your marathon program does include at least 2 strength sessions per week that are 30 to 45 minutes, you need to get a new plan or add those sessions in, because hey, at one level, while 1 or 2 push-ups is better than 0 push-ups, we need a little bit more of a robust approach that's whole body, that gets and stabilizes our ankles and our feet and our hips, that builds that balance from one side of the body to the other, that improves our mobility and range of motion, and then develops power in the main movers like the glutes, the quads, the hamstrings. It's so essential for being that stronger, better runner. Not only will running feel just better all around, you'll recover faster and you won't be as injured as much. So it's such a key thing, and it's whole part of the Earn Your Miles message around here. Again, our marathon program has 2 video guided strength sessions a week. All you need to do is download that sucker, press play, and follow along. So another little bonus tip, your program should include runs that are sometimes based on time and sometimes based on distance. And it's really important to know the difference between these things so that you can not only get the best performance in your running, but also that you can be the happiest runner and get the most enjoyment out of this thing. To show exactly what I'm talking about, I made this video right over here with me and Coach Dan. We get into the reasons why you'd want to do one versus the other, how to apply it to you. Check that out. I'm going to keep running and earning my miles. Join me and Alexandra as we continue our training together in the app. I'll see you in the next video.